Okay.
We are back on our show. Deb Faircloth with us from the Faith House. Always great to have Deb here, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
There was something in the news making headlines recently about what happened in Kansas. It was a shooting that stemmed from, I think he was spurred by a restraining order
That's
he had
right.
received.
That's right. The perpetrator was issued a restraining order, and his reaction to that was to go shoot and kill a number of people at his own workplace. And so, because of that shooting, I wanted to take this opportunity to remind people that domestic violence is not just a crime that hurts the two people involved, the perpetrator and his victim,
Right.
but that it puts other people at risk as well. Domestic violence is not a private matter. It is instead the most common crime in the country, and make no mistake, it is a crime.
Yeah, and you were handing me these statistics. It's the leading cause of death in the workplace,
That's
according
right.
to the Department of Labor.
That's right. That's exactly right. And even if it doesn't lead, God forbid, to the ultimate crime, the fatality, the murder, the fact is that it costs anybody who is in business in ways they don't imagine. Victims of domestic violence miss annually 8 million paid work days. Their work performance is impaired. They call in sick, they show up late, they leave early. And this is true not just for victims, but also for perpetrators. There's also a particular problem if the perpetrator is the employee and if he has access to the tools of whatever profession he's in. I don't want to single out any individual profession, but let's say that he works for a company that supplies a vehicle and that he's on the road a lot. Well, then he can take his work time in order to stalk his victim and so on. So I want people to understand, again, this is not purely a personal issue. It affects all of us, and given the statistics in Louisiana, it's the problem of each and every one of us.
The Faith House, just tell us about the Faith House a little bit here in Central Louisiana.
I and my colleagues here represent the Rapides Parish outreach of Faith House. Our home office is in Lafayette. That's where our shelter is. We do everything free of charge and confidential.
Right.
Our primary job is to educate people about domestic violence, tell them what their rights are, and when they can make an informed decision, then whatever that decision is, whether it's to get a protective order, to press charges, or to leave town, then we help them do that.
There is a 24-hour crisis line also that people can call, correct?
That's right. That's 1-888-411-1333. And if you're in Rapides Parish, you can reach us at 448-0884. And we hope that people call us not just because they're in immediate danger of help, but if there's someone listening who does run a business, we can come and train your staff members. We can talk to individual victims, or we can talk to the entire staff about ways they can decrease their risks, ways that they can stay safer. There's a website called peaceatwork.com, which will provide you with very specific workplace tips in order to ensure the safety of your other personnel so that you don't have to fire that one victim. Instead, you can keep the whole household safe.
And Deb, there's a big event that's coming up next month in April, right? Tell us about that a little bit.
That's right. That we're going to have the 3rd annual Victims Rights Week March. It's going to be April 16th, and the reason that we want to mention it now is so that if people want to participate, they can start getting ready. There are a couple of families, for example, who wear t-shirts in the favorite color of the homicide victim. They make banners, and the whole family comes
Really
out in
involved.
force. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a fatal or a near fatal crime that's been perpetrated. Any crime, if you're a victim of any crime, or you want to come out and protest a particular class of crime like child abuse or sexual assault, then we invite you to come and join us. We're going to gather at 9:30 in the morning at the Holocaust Memorial. But between now and then, if you have any questions about the march, or how you can participate, what you can do, etc., then call either Judy or me at 448-0884, and we'll answer all your questions and help you get ready. We hope we have the biggest crowd ever this year.
Thanks, Deb. That's going to be April 16th.
That's right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
My
And a last minute look at blue and gray on the red when we come back.